It was time for another journey to begin. With Titus and Vanya in the hot seats, we drove north from their home in Drøbak to the Norwegian capital of Oslo. Norway hadn't laid the best weather out for the launch of this one, but to be fair, I hadn't really given it much notice. Throughout the hour-long preparation on the dock, the sticking of stickers, the meeting of those few who brave the elements to see me off, the quick-fire lessons in Mirage drive maintenance, the pondering over whether to take an umbrella on the journey, even the simple instalment of the flippers into the hull, it didn't really occur to me until the very moment that I sat in the Hobie kayak that, well, this was the very first time that I'd ever sat in a Hobie kayak.
You've never tried it?
Nope.
No. You just take the chance.
First I'm sure it'll be fun. I'm sure I'll love it.
Yeah. Keep on.
I really feel secure. This is home now. Brilliant. Ahead lay over 1,000 miles of coastline, fjords and canals between Oslo and the Finnish capital of Helsinki. But, as suspected, my lack of experience with the Hobie wasn't going to be a hindrance. I mean, you sit and pedal and it moves forward. Give it some time and any fool can travel a good distance. Titus and I were joined on the water by a wonderful man named Cato Zal Pedersen, which if you ask me is about as Norwegian a name as you could find. Cato lost both of his arms after 17,000 volts of electricity hit his body when he was climbing a pylon at the age of 14. Since then he's won golds in both summer and winter Paralympics, skied to the South Pole, climbed Everest, as well as excelling in the arguably more important role of providing hope and support to other potential disabled athletes. Take care.
Thank you.
He was a true gent, incredibly down to earth and, as Titus and I found out, a quite difficult person to keep up with in a Hobie kayak. Just me and you now, buddy?
Hey, hey. Now we don't have to pretend we go that fast all the time.
Slowly we got into the groove, enjoying swift progress through the water, passing a whaling boat with an ironic happy whale on the hull, and simply taking in the relative tranquility of the Oslo Fjord. Well, most of the time.
Not so peaceful.
Titus rounded off day one with an impressive backflip off the 6-metre diving board in Drøbak. Although as impressive as it was, let's see it one more time. I always think these feats look better in reverse. Our first day was only 20 miles, but it was more than my body had done for months. Suitably exhausted, I collapsed into a very cool cot-style bed, with probably the most relaxing lighting system I've ever seen. I'm so tired. Still, sleeping's not going to be an issue, especially with these funky lights. What's next? Yellow. Yeah, yellow. Rock. Titus joined me for a second day, this time on a stand-up paddleboard. He's planning an epic SUP journey next year, and from previous experience, I know he's in for a treat. With wind at our backs, we travelled fast, a really enjoyable day, past old lighthouses, quaint villages and summer huts lining the shore, through the canal at Moss, the last town before the fjord begins to open up into the North Sea. You can learn so much about people when you spend time together on the water, and one thing I got from Titus was that he wasn't comfortable in front of the camera. Oh, and that if I told him to go back and do it properly, he does it. Very obedient. Titus had made the beginning of this journey so effortless for me. I don't know how I find these adventure angels, but they're everywhere. On every journey, without fail, the success is largely down to the support I get from strangers. Now, of course, Titus is a friend I can't imagine not knowing, and that goes for his wife Vanya, their son Theo, and their friend and our host for night 2, Ninette, all of whom were waiting for us on the beach in Larkoln.